how would you describe your career trajectory?
I think I would say, firstly, I'm blessed to have had the opportunity and the exposure to these different industries. I think it was something that I never really planned. Um, in other words, the exposure to all these different industries. But I think the careers and the industries themselves almost found me, if I may if I may use that word, because I don't think it was planned, but the opportunities that then came and the trajectory of my career as well was really, I think, a blessing first of all. But I think these industries found me, and I'm blessed to have this conversation because I've never actually had that question in my mind and have to think about what it means. But I think the shortest one, I really have no other answer except to say, I think they found me, and I'm blessed to have worked in these industries.
So now, if a 5-year-old were to come to you and ask you, what do you do for a living? What would you say? How would you describe it?
What do I do? That's a very difficult one. I think for a living, I would say that I'm a development practitioner. I think that sums it up, right? I'm a conversationalist as well. My last radio work was actually this year in March at UFM. I was doing a business show there, and I enjoy having those conversations around business, investments, the economy, and all those sort of stuff. So I think I'm a development practitioner who dabbles a little bit around conversations in the space as well. And I enjoy solutioning more than anything. So, but in essence, at the very core of it, I think I'm a development practitioner. That's what I do. I look at development issues.
And now I'm feeling the pressure. You were a radio. You had a radio show. You were doing a radio show.
Yes. So for the last 6 years or 7 years, if you want to look at it like that, I've had the opportunity to work in different radio stations. In the main, as I started off with an online radio station. I remember it was in Braamfontein back in the days. It still is even operating till today. I then moved into a more Pan-African French-speaking radio station. I think it has since closed down because the market in South Africa was not conducive for it. It was anyways targeted at Francophone countries in Africa, so you're French-speaking, but it was based in South Africa, and because of the infrastructure and resources that they could tap into here. I then moved into a Christian radio station, and I was doing a business show there. I think the first if you look at Christian radio stations, we were the first to ever launch a business show there. That's where then my last work this year was at the commercial radio station UFM in Northwest.
So you can also speak French.
Except for bonjour, merci beaucoup, and all those sort of stuff, the basic stuff. I can try. I mean, it's been 3 years since I left there, so I was learning French, but now I can only say bonjour and merci beaucoup, and just the basic stuff. Don't ask me to speak it because it's